Starting and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome to the imho.love show. I'm Angelwolf, Mike Murburg. Welcome to Area 52. We have suspicions that this is an ancient portal. We've had all kinds of extraterrestrial activity in this space.
Not to mention screwed up electronics.
Well, Mercury's in retrograde right now.
Well, last week,
No, it's like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
We still got another two plus weeks of this.
Okay.
It really jagged my wires. There's a good Pittsburgh phrase. Really jagged my wires last week. I had one of the worst weeks on record. Had a gig go bad. Had all kinds of personal conflicts. But you look that up, and what the Mercury going into retrograde is, it actually gives the illusion that Mercury is changing its direction of its orbit, and that does throw off communications from electronics and between people, because we do vibrate on an electronic level as well. So sometimes people are way out of touch during this time. And this happens 3 times a year, this Mercury in retrograde. And it's given me trouble nearly all my life. And this one crept up on me. I wasn't ready for it. I'm usually more prayed up and more peaceful. But man, I got my bitching up right up front. But the sun came up again today. I had a lovely conversation with my mother. I have my health. I have incredible friends. I got this radio show with my best buddy, Mike Murburg, and I got to keep smiling, baby. Even, what is it Lao Tzu says? The obstacles are not to be avoided. Obstacles are life.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Yeah, shit happens.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, get used to it.
So how you been doing, man?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, get a little closer.
I'm good.
Okay. I know you've been working like a monster.
Yeah.
Mike's got a house he's getting ready to put on the market. Great old big one over there. Beautiful beachfront community over there. The show does come to you from the central portion of Florida. We're in beautiful Darby, here at the CE5 Ranch, and you're in the art studio right now. We've been waiting to move up here for a couple of years, and we're here.
Yeah, I got Wi-Fi.
You got the TV. I mean, you got the internet all hot wired and.
The 3 collector's TV sets.
We got 2 sets of aerial rabbit ears over here with tinfoil in between.
Yeah, Betamax. We got everything.
We're gonna watch it on Beta, man. Yeah, that's funny. What a big draw that was. People went, I think they just liked the other one because it was smaller.
Yeah, well,
VHS because it was smaller.
It wasn't Betamax Sony.
Yeah, I think it was proprietary.
Yeah.
I believe that's true.
Yeah, it's like IBM. It's like, well, that's why everybody uses clones. It's when
International Business Machine.
Yeah.
And if you look that up. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Lou Angelwolf, Mike Murburg. It's the 2nd of June. Here we are at Central Florida. So we're going to be getting rain pretty regularly through June. Always kind of goes that way.
Starting June 1st.
Yeah, the old saying is, what is the old saying? Don't
turn your air conditioner on until June.
No, nobody says that. It's a bit from my act. I said from June to October, we can make one weather forecast and just play it every day. We'd never know the difference.
Yeah.
Just have the weather guy come out and go, it's going to be hot as shit. It's going to rain sometime this afternoon.
Starting at 4 o'clock, give or take 30 seconds.
Back to you, Bob.
Enjoy your day.
That's right. And now to Kim with sports. Anyway, folks, we have another CE5 coming up. That's Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, where we, as loving, adoring, centered human beings, reach out with the most tender parts of our soul to our extraterrestrial families that circle above us, that live out there, that come by here. They're also here. They're everywhere. So it's just a larger appeal of an innocent kind of love that we're trying to offer to just kind of still, just still the harsh vibrations that are going on in the world right now. So there has to be that level of offset. You know what I mean? There have to be people really venturing for that stillness, that oneness, that everything's okay, to offset the people that are thinking that the whole world's coming to an end and the sky's falling and everything's horrible and there's no blessings whatsoever, and we're all gonna get marched into a concentration camp and whatever.
So what else is new?
Yeah, it's the way things go.
It hasn't happened yet, but
But it has. It happened last century, and I'm sure it happens this century. But we only get a small fractal of the news that's out there.
So did you see the Vatican's Monsignor Corrado Balducci?
Monsignor Corrado Balducci.
Balducci, yeah, he's been the Vatican's UFO guy for at least a decade. Okay, This is not a new guy. He's like one of Danny Sheehan's buddies.
Okay.
But he's like, it was nice to hear Italian spoken like a true Italian.
Nice.
It's like, what's it, Jersey Italian?
Instead of like a sitcom guy.
Like a Roman Italian.
Right.
But, he says, yeah, aliens are for real.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you want to know? They got a souls just like you and me.
Nice.
What do they
souls?
look like? Yeah, they got souls.
Souls, like you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
So, I mean, he didn't answer the question, did they believe in Jesus too? Who was Jesus? Who was that masked man, anyway?
The Vatican, the Vaticanus. City of Dogs is what it means.
Yeah.
The city of Dogs. It was built on the seventh hill of Rome, which used to be a graveyard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it was a profane place.
Yeah. Better a dog than a wolf. It's just, the whole Roman Empire was based on the, Romulus and Remus.
Yes.
Two feral children raised by a wolf. A dog might not be so bad. It's a step towards civilization.
It's a move up, I guess.
It's a step towards
Get a little closer to the fireplace.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, well, what a lot of people don't know, or the word Catholic does mean universal. That's not an insult, that's an actual definition.
Yeah.
And if you're the universal of anything, you're going to have a blended, amalgamated, all things considered, or most things considered, or at least let people think that you're considering them. That's going to be your agenda. You have to make everybody happy because you're universal. But, like universal wrenches, universal pliers, universal tools, they don't function very well. So, if you like kind of a stuck together, universal kind of a thing with teachings from 40 different angles and opinions and whatever, it's all worth learning. It's also, a lot of it's worth forgetting.
Well, the Catholics stole it, though.
Sure, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, it became, Catholic. Like, what religion are you? People don't say, I'm Roman Catholic. They say, I'm Catholic.
Right.
It's like, well, if you're Catholic, well, then you might as well be an Adventist or an Episcopalian or something else, too,
Yeah.
So.
Seeing as you're a universal person,
Yeah.
many hats fit you.
Yeah.
Okay. I know some lovely Catholic people. They're just the sweetest beings. And they mean no harm. And they're treading through this world as lightly as they possibly can. And if that's the raft that got you there, God bless you. If that's where you wound up and you were able to skip by all the adversity, That's what a wonderful drive that is inside of that person to be able to look past the inadequacies and take what's good and celebrate it. I personally have too large of a fault finder, and you know.
Yeah, I gave up Catholicism.
Yeah, well, you were raised that way.
Yeah. My dad.
Till when? Till what age?
Oh God, raised it throughout my life. You don't really stop. You just recover. My father was a daily communicant.
Really?
Yeah.
A daily communicant. He went to the church every day.
Mass every day at 7:30.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to kid him. I used to call him. He wasn't a Catholic. He was a godlik.
A godlik.
Yeah. In German, which would be godlike.
God. Yes.
So,
sure.
Well,
Well, that's interesting that he wanted such a closer walk with thee.
Well, I just think he needed. I think he just needed a lot of forgiveness. I mean,
Yeah.
And I think. Well, I don't know. He was a good guy. He didn't need all that much forgiveness.
Well,
but,
you telling me that, and as I've gotten to know you over the last several years here, I see that's where a lot of your order comes from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because a guy that's that disciplined, that can attend a relatively boring church service every day, he was getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was getting the mystical experience of Catholicism, which is actually there.
Yes.
You just have to find it. It's
well, in their Catholic ways, as they blend all these things, the true meaning of certain meditations lose their impact. The verbiage is changed. It doesn't have the grandiose effect that it really does have. So, because as you universalize, you try to make everyone happy. And if the people that you're trying to make happy are also funding you, giving you land, building you buildings for free, for the blessing of the Creator that only they know. So, yeah, I was talking about, I've done a couple shows this week. I did It's Casual last night with Rory Penland, one of my comedy buddies, and Steve Lally. I did the No Idea Zone on Monday. Steve Lally, Lolli, really funny comic. Rory Penland, also really funny comic, and voice guy. He can do all the cartoons. He's really a cool dude. We had a fun talk. But the thing that I'm noticing is the first. I keep peeling back a layer. I found Jesus 30 years ago, and then it evolved into Yeshua, and then it evolved into a Hebraic experience, and then it evolved into Torah teaching and learning, and then I kind of went kind of New Age for a lot of years, just more pluralistic, accepting things that I wasn't quite comfortable with, but the people I was experiencing them with were. So,
and then you found the Tao, and you're going like, what was I thinking?
And then I found the Tao, which really simplified everything. It let me know why all those people had come in and out of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, and there really is no bad thing that happens to you. Life happens to you. You're presented with circumstances, and it's how you deal with them is the result of your life. I certainly deal with circumstances that I'm not crazy about often. And I deal with them in various ways, sometimes peacefully, sometimes quietly, sometimes dismissively. But however it happens, I accept it for what it is. And that's something that the Tao taught me. To where we would always, in Christianity, you tend to look for, oh, the devil did it. Oh, you must have had a bad spirit on you. Oh, you must, and what that does to me, it minimizes the actual effect of the universe, because you've been able to break it down into a small piece and name it. And that's what all the religions did over the years. They They discovered this incredible life force that's here on Earth and open to every person without admission, without joining a club, without building anything, without tithing 10% of your money. It's something that belongs to you inherently as a human being. It's the blessing of the Creator within you, the innocence that you came here with. You're welcome to re-celebrate that anytime. Every day you should. Every day. Because it's an amazing thing that we can regenerate every day if we reflect on the things that are good. If you keep the negative thoughts out of your head, and I still go there, man. I still can't not watch some of the conspiracy stuff that I watch and find out who's up to what. And but that's all part of being an objective reporter as well. So, but what you're dealing with in all religions is a franchised, without permission. I don't know who you ask, to get a franchise. But other than people that think just like you do, hey, should we put a franchise here?
Well, you got to buy the franchise first, though. So you got to go to whoever's selling it. Mm-hmm. That's the institution.
Or create your own franchise.
Yeah.
That's what Ron Hubbard did.
Well, you create your own institution, then you franchise it on out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, all of that stuff.
We're like the McDonald's of contact. It's like
the McDonald's of contact.
Over 1 billion contacted.
But what I'm saying is, the truth that authored any faith is a derivation of an eternal, simpler truth that they built upon, that they customized, that they catered to a mindset, that they universalized, that they made comfortable in their own ego span, and finding people that wanted the same thing. So, and they spread it, and then they monetized it, and then when they monetized it, money is not evil. The love of money is the root of greed. So, and we know how that progresses. So, what Mike and I try to convey to you, and the reason we do these HICEs, this human-initiated contact experiences, we've had a beautiful blessing of knowing that we are part of a wonderful, grand, incredible existence, a life, a joy. Every breath, really, you can count it all a joy. If you have it, you should splendor in it. So, we come out here and we offer our most humble selves to our friends, the consciousness above us. And that's what incited both of us. When you were a young Catholic boy going to school, taking the catechisms and all that stuff. I
didn't steal them. They were free.
all that exposure, and there really are. They're wonderful stories, celebratory stories told every day within that organization. So when those landed on you, you were blessed. And it was a boost in your shoe how much you directly paid attention to it that day or later days.
Well, on the other hand, it wasn't that easy. My mother was Episcopalian, so she wasn't allowed in the church. So my mother...
Wait a minute, the Catholics wouldn't let your Episcopalian mother in the church?
They wouldn't recognize the marriage because she wasn't Catholic.
Ay.
So I ended up going to a Catholic school and being like one of them.
Oh, a half-breed.
So I understood what being shunned by the church was all like. Every time I'd always get to school and get the lecture, why isn't your mother Catholic? It was like, well, because she's pretty smart. They didn't like the answer.
She decided something else.
Right. So, I come home and I was always pretty much an A student, and I'd be reciting, but there was some good stuff in the catechism, It's,
sure, great lesson.
Yeah, where is God? Well, He's everywhere. Okay. What's the Tao teach? Well, everything is God. Everything is a it's all the same stuff. But something in the Catholic Catechism, you don't have to get past page 2. I mean, in order to get to Tao. After that, it's just a lot of bunkum.
Well, it's lip service and it's universalism, as they've tried to sell a tremendous program across the world, and they've been tremendously successful. I believe they're the largest landholder on Earth, other than somebody in the U.S. government, maybe.
Yeah, bigger than McDonald's.
Yeah, and well, McDonald's bought it like an acre at a time.
Yeah. Well, but I think they're like there's over 1 billion Roman Catholics, so you know.
Yeah, and like I said, they're just absolutely splendid people. I love them.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're being a member of a religion. There's a quid pro quo. It's because there's something that's going to give back to you, which is salvation.
Okay.
Which is not holy. It's a quid pro quo. It's a deal. The Tao, life is not a deal.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you do in this lifetime, it's not going to guarantee it's not going to guarantee going to heaven.
We like to think we have that negotiation.
Yeah, but but they're all telling you're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell. It's bullshit. You're fucking up. You're coming back. It's like, get that straight.
Take a lap, Angelwolf. Take a lap. You thought this was the last trip, but no.
Right. And you're going to come back stupid again? No. Yeah. Smarten up.
Even made you a Scorpio this time, you dipshit. That's supposed to be the exit sign, so to speak.
Really?
Yeah, as you go through your evolutions, once you take a trip as a Scorpio, you're allowed to move up to the next level or out to the next level. I'll have to ask our friend Mary Ducina about that.
Okay.
But anyway, the focus that Mike and I try to share is just stuff like that. You're not... man, there is so much love in this world to give around, and we don't even tug on it, man. We walk right by it. We get whatever brushes off on us, but we don't even dig in to the loving things that are available. Many of us don't. There's some people out there living an absolutely beautiful walk. They're at peace with everything. Minimize your materialism. Be kind to everyone. Be honest, even if it's painful to be honest.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Drink your Ovaltine, says right there. Drink lots of water. Take curcumin. I can never remember the actual name of that.
Turmeric.
Turmeric. Is it turmeric or turmeric?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah, if you're turmeric, man, it means you're going to die.
I don't want any turmeric, but turmeric.
Yeah.
That's good for cleansing your blood.
Yeah, and that's good for
fish oil too.
Yeah. I don't remember next time I'm oiling my fish.
The same with baby oil. I had a baby. I looked them over pretty good. There was no little valve there. There was no baby oil valve. What weight would that be?
Lightweight.
0 weight. Well, anyway, folks, this is the imho.love show. We're heard most every week here on Facebook. We had terrible technical difficulties last week.
It was spooky.
And it was almost, and that was the onslaught of Mercury in retrograde.
Oh, okay.
That was the whole thing rolling up on us, man.
Yeah, you call your phone guy and he tells you, I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with
There's
your
nothing
phone.
I can do.
It's Mercury in
retrograde. If it's on that cosmic of a level, I'm really sorry we missed the show last week. But God knows what would have happened.
Yeah, it's out for every phone tech in the world now. Sorry, your phone's in retrograde with Mercury.
Anyway, and folks, I got to tell you, if you live here in the Central Florida area, as you've noticed, man, the traffic has just picked up to a crazy pace, and there's a lot, the license plates changed colors, and I've seen a couple of crashes, cars upside down. I saw video footage of a lumber truck rolling right into, one of those big open hoop trucks, run right into a sedan, which pushed another car out. And it was crazy, man, crazy. And so while you're tooling around the area here, please pay attention. Don't text and drive. If you do, use your voice text as best you can. We're all so damn busy. But the focus of the show tonight, now we are at the 30-minute mark.
This is the lightning is thundering and rumbling.
Yeah, we do have some lightning happening.
So what's the theme of the show this week?
Well, we tried to do it last week, the Idiocracy
that's
thing.
an easy one, yes.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of low-hanging fruit, but I got to tell you, man, it's getting worse and worse. And I'm spending a little more time up in the Port Richey, Newport Richey, Hudson area there.
That's where you really got a lot of idiots.
Dude, there's a bumper crop there.
Man, yeah.
There's a homeless issue there, and there's some drug abuse happening there, and there's some real negative energy there.
I live in Pasco, man. I wouldn't live anywhere else. There is a certain freedom out here, you know.
But that US 19 corridor,
oh yeah,
is a
it's
chance.
sad.
It's a chancy one.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like it's where people go to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go dodge the car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to cross like 8 lanes of traffic on meth.
Well, even
at
on
2 o'clock in the morning in a black suit.
On Palm Harbor, which is a bit south of there, it's Death Valley is what they call it.
Oh, from Klosterman up to Tampa Road.
Yeah.
That is one of the most dangerous stretches of highway in America.
Yeah, and if you survive that, you get the.
And I got to drive it every day, twice a day. But you know what? I think now that I heard myself say that, I think I'm going to add 10 minutes to my trip, and I'm going to go 611. I'll take McMullen up, and it's more of a mosey. 19 is just so brutal, but sometimes it moves. Are you in a hurry? Well, plan ahead. Leave a little early.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's a tough drive.
It is a tough drive, and like I said, we just saw some stuff this week. This morning on Main Street in Newport Richey, there was one flipped over on the side, and it was all police taped off, and that's never a good sign. But apparently, the one down in Countryside, the people got out. Their car was smushed. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Idiocracy is a movie that was put out by Mike Judge back in 2006. It was put out as a satire or a parody of a future documentary. It's about a guy that goes into this military experiment, and he's supposed to move ahead 50 years, but something horrible happens while he's frozen, and he wakes up 500 years later, and the whole earth has that we live amongst garbage, and we're complete idiots, and we watch television, and we eat everything out of a tube, and we do everything we're told, and everything we say is already programmed into us. There's no creative thought, and we've been dumbed down as hard as the media can dumb down in this movie. And in a flaming exemplary way, it kind of shows us the path that we certainly could wind up in, but it wouldn't be nearly as humorous. It would just be even more miserable. And the reason I brought this up is this last year we went through with everybody doing all their fouled the plug there for a minute. Everybody doing their own soul seeking and soul searching, home, alone, lonely, whatever happened to you. And many people are living a revised life now because of that time. And one of the things that, to make the best out of all this confusion that we're experiencing right now, find the art in you. Most human beings have some sort of artistic ability. It could be something as simple as doodling, making pots, painting, building things, but express yourself artistically somehow. I'm really blessed to have this show with Mike, and I'm really blessed to have my stand-up career, and I do get to express my artistic side in a vocal and noticeable way. So it kind of validates me to my own level, you know. And apparently, whether it's ego or I think I just need to know I'm doing the right thing so I can keep moving forward. You know, when you get those real murky days and you don't feel like you're making any progress, and you're kind of down on yourself, and you're talking to yourself mean, and you're not keeping yourself going, and you're concentrating on the negative. You can't stay there long, man. You can't stay there long, despite all the problems that we may have in our lives. You need a worst case scenario. Just literally go 3 doors down, tap on that guy's door, see what he's got going on. You'll run back to your house. So, and that's that. When I first got saved so many years ago, it was a cute little story. This guy's just at the end of his rope, man. He can't take it. Can't take it anymore. Life is too unfair. He's been cheated. God doesn't love him. He doesn't deserve anything. He must be a bad guy. He must have penance to pay. So he cries out to Jesus, and Jesus shows up, and he takes him to this giant field of crosses. Okay, there are big, giant crosses, big ornate crosses, human-sized, little ones, big ones, tiny ones, pocket-sized ones, whatever. And Jesus asks him, he goes, so that's your problem. You can't bear the cross you've been given. He goes, I just can't go on anymore. Life is not fair to me. And Jesus says, okay. He goes, go through this whole field of crosses and pick out the one you want to handle, the one that looks like fits you. So the guy rummages around, and he finally finds this little one. It's like the size of a dice, little one. And he goes to Jesus, he goes, this is the one I want to bear, Jesus. And Jesus said, funny, that's the one you walked in with. So that always lets me set my gauge, people in wheelchairs automatically set my gauge. Driving through Pasco County just sets my gauge. No, I'm kidding. Or Port Richey. But just kidding. They're lovely people. If you don't have to talk to them. But just kidding. But what has happened is this Idiocracy thing, which was a satirical mockumentary. There are things in the elements that are happening right now to us. It almost is like a prophetic piece. Mike Judge, who did King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead, if you can get past the silliness of all that, there's actually some pretty sensible thought behind a lot of his writings. Are you a fan of either of those? Well, and I was perfect. I was in the perfect spot. Mike, I was looking at my timeline the other day and looking at how old I was at these various years. I lived through some of the best times. 1975 to 1978, America was not at war. Okay? We were at peace.
Yeah, we had Led Zeppelin.
We had Zeppelin. That was Led Zeppelin 3 by then. So
the height of their...
Yes. Oh, it couldn't have been any better. The Stones were blowing it hard, too. Yes. So 75 to 78, and I was in high school those years. That was my sophomore, junior, and senior year. Literally as carefree of an existence as you could have imagined. I lived in sunny Florida. I had a car to drive. I had a job. I had some money in my pocket. I had wonderful friends.
No war on the horizon.
No war on the horizon. In fact, I was supposed to go register on your 16th birthday. Well, I turned 16 about 60 days before the cutoff day. So I just kind of surfed it out. I didn't stir up anything. Although I did go take my Air Force quiz, and they said, yeah, we'll take you. And I went, and I talked to my dad about it. He goes, what do you want to do that for? So I didn't. So, anyway, living through 75, 76, 77, 78, so peaceful, man. And it was the beginning of so much cool stuff. Metal was really starting to take its shape. Consequently, so was disco. There was just this whole onslaught of marketing that we endured. But somehow we enjoyed it. And the sexual revolution was in full swing. Girls could get birth control pills. You could get condoms anywhere. Everybody was making love, man. We didn't have no crazy diseases. There wasn't no AIDS floating around yet, you know. Beautiful, beautiful times. Really, really, really being free. And then that energy just kind of projected you into the next decade, which I found stand-up comedy. Just same thing, just good times, great people, wonderful conversations, and, you know, enjoying my life. And I thank everybody I've ever known in stand-up, man. Thanks for being there. And chances are I liked you. I only met like 3 guys I didn't like. And I'm not going to tell you who they are. One day I'll tell you. But anyway, Murbs, I love you, brother. And what is the date of our next CE5?
I guess the 14th.
The 14th?
Yeah, it's coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, the CE5. If you are interested in the CE5, and the short explanation of that, it is a human-initiated contact experience. We meet as a group. We try to get into a peaceful, prayerful state, and we offer our spirit, our being, our joy of existence. We offer it up to our extraterrestrial family, whether they're here on Earth with us, they're walking by. I mean, there's just so much energy out here at the ranch. And the big energy is the people that come. We've just met the most beautiful souls, and everybody's just some really, really peaceful folks, and looking for that next layer, just like us. So
yeah, affirmations from the sky.
Affirmations from the sky.
Yeah, I got a note from Gary Borse the other day. They've had a lot of activity up in his neck of the wood in Gainesville. So if you're looking for a group in Gainesville, I referred somebody up there this past week. So
nice.
Just let me know if you want to get in contact with people in your area anywhere in Florida. Just contact me at darbyranchce5@gmail.com, and I'll let you know who's in your area. So,
nice. So it's really starting to divide out.
Yeah, good. There's more and more people. So hopefully we can get some clusters created. And
yeah, man. Is he following the Celia Hatch protocol? Or?
Oh, I'm sure he's doing something like that. But,
okay. Well, not that we really see that's where religion steps in.
Well,
is that the doctrine of the age?
It's the orthodoxy of the age. But actually, she's just done a second edition and not a rewrite, but there's been some changes.
Revision.
So, revision. So it'd be nice to see what she's written.
Yeah, what a lovely lady.
Yeah.
And nice, such a great spirit. She really is. She thinks of the CE5 in the right strain. She knows its true purpose, and that's very important. And I'll tell you what the true purpose is. The true purpose is. That was a bad porpoise impression. I used to be able to do it better. You're paying to watch this anyway. No, you're not.
It's a whale of a show.
Yeah. What was I talking about?
Porpoises.
No. The purpose of the CE5 or HICE, whatever you want to call it, is that feeling inside of you that tells you, "Hey, I'm part of something much bigger than I'm experiencing here, and I'm feeling limited by the world." Well, that's okay. That's a really good thing to feel, because it gets you up, gets you away from the television set, gets you outdoors. Hey, look at my shiny tan, man. Look at my tan.
Yeah.
Oh,
at the no moon.
There's no moon. I got a moon tan.
I got a moon
And but getting outside and moving around and eating right, just whatever it takes to motivate you to get there. Because over the last couple of months, I've been watching the show. We've been losing some comedy friends, and
watch the jab, man.
Yeah, the jab is scary. Please, I hope. I don't think our people are into that, but just know that's not. No, that's bad advice on an unfounded topic with unfounded results on a completely unnecessary medication. Everything they told you was hyperextended in reality.
Yeah, it was all about the vaccine to begin with.
Yeah.
So, but it's ironic though, is that the only people that might be just safe to fly are the people that have had it and have natural antibodies, and the people that are going to have the vaccine are still shedders, so they're more contagious and dangerous to the population than people that haven't had it or have had it.
Wow.
That's weird. That's by nature ironic.
Yeah. The other thing is too, is even though that's probably more true than other reports, anymore, I'm just so wary of everybody's information. I find it all very, very difficult to believe from all the camps. And I like the alternative news sources, the kind of on the conservative side, because I'm a working guy. Anyway, there's no, just I'm so neutral, dude. I have Switzerland underwear on.
Red splotch with the white cross. So did you get it from Victoria Knox, or is it the Chinese knockoff?
Vittorino. I got it from Vittorino. So, anyway, CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, coming up on the 14th. If you're interested,
12th, I think. Is there? Wait a minute.
What day?
Let me check the calendar.
Double check it.
Yeah,
Check it. I'm sure somebody's telling us.
It's the 12th.
June
Saturday,
12th. That's a Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Get in touch with Mike at darbyranchce5@gmail.com. That's DARBYRANCH, the number 5, at gmail.com.
CE5. Darby Ranch CE5 at gmail.com.
Darby Ranch CE5 at gmail.com. Sorry about that.
It's okay. They wouldn't be coming, anyway. It's a tough time. It's tough when people say, you get a CE5 coming up, and all of a sudden they want to come here, and they're like, hey, can I come? It's like, no, you have about 40 pages of stuff to digest, maybe 50,
right,
and a lot of videos and stuff. And you really need to prepare yourself, so you just can't just jump in on this.
Right.
It takes some degree of preparation, this is
and it's good for you. It really, it really does. It helps you get in the right mindset.
Yeah, it's a spiritual exercise.
It really is a spiritual exercise, and the people that have been coming out have just been absolutely tremendous. The peace of their souls and their wanting to discover more. Man, it's inspirational. To know that there's others that think and feel the same way you do, that want to elevate their consciousness, knowing, it's almost like as you look around, there's a mystery every day and you don't know where stuff comes from, but there's also kind of a blanket of okayness over all this that trends from time to time. But when your mind starts to wander and your meditations start to go out, you wind up in that extra space, that what's the subtle realm. You wind up out there in the subtle realm, and you realize that this really is all one thing, and enjoy your part of it, because you're into an absolute, this state of wonder and recognition, the fact that you can communicate as a human being. Now, I'm sure there's 1,000 rungs of communicative levels above us, But for we to be able to speak to one another with spoken words, languages, pictures, numbers, however it goes, fiat currencies, promises.
Well, the miracle is transcending space-time and inviting higher order beings into your presence, and they show up.
Yes.
I mean, what's that all about? How do you do that? You know?
Well, you don't do it on UFO hunters.
No, you don't. And what people need to understand is when CE5 is not about seeing UFOs. CE5 is going out, and it's about meditating, learning how to meditate, and just simply enjoying the camaraderie and enjoying the state of being where you don't have to do anything.
Yes.
All you have to do is be, and you can be collegially, and then you can also be and join with others to make contact with other higher order beings that want to be there too, because the atmosphere you've created is so welcoming and so loving. And that's what CE5 is all about.
That's absolutely true. I don't believe I could have said it better. Somebody record that. Oh, wait, we are. Mike, it's just incredible stuff that's going on in the world. I've got projects going on with Dale Hoffman and Linda Martuch. A lot of stuff on the drawing board these days. But it's good to creatively express myself. I find, that's what the second thread of this show was. Whatever it is that you are creative at, there's something. I'm telling you, there is something. It could be origami. It could be, I don't know. However you have the ability to express your uniqueness is really important. Okay? Because so many of us, a lot of us are running the race, man. We're in the maze. We're hitting the feeder bar, just like everybody else. But it's those little exclusionary times that you can make for yourself, maybe lot out some time. Man, I've been really stretching my meditation times lately. Mm-hmm. And once I stop crying, I'm good. It's very, very important to take that time, go all the way down to the bottom, live your life from here on. I mean, from this moment on to the next moment on to the next,
How about the now?
Exactly now.
Yeah.
No sooner, no later.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
And see, when Mike and I do this show, I get this. My post-show buzz is, I love it. I love it. I drive home sometimes. Sometimes I crash here at the ranch. But this night I'm heading back. I got cars and trucks and motors and shit all over the place. Because we communicated, Mike and I, our collective effort, communicated with you. I read your comments. I read everybody's comment. I do my very best to like or love everything you say, even if I don't agree with you, but I mostly agree with you. So it's just because we had that communion. I expressed myself artistically with the show. Mike expressed himself artistically with the show. And these shows just go in these logs and these annals forever. They'll be this. You can always catch this, I believe, as long as the interweb is running.
Yeah.
So, and chances are they'll download them for mind control as well.
Well, the reality is that whatever you say is carved into reality forever in time. I mean, if you can go back in time and defy space-time to remote view, because things are the way they are, no word that's ever spoken is ever going to disappear.
Right.
There's an akashic or historical record of everything that's ever happened.
Dude.
Yeah. Welcome to my day of space-time, time-space.
You need a bigger hard drive. Yeah, wow. I've often had that thought, though. Like our producer, Kathy McGuire, she's a tremendous singer. She's learning this Beth Hart song that I really like. Her voice, it really does create moments in time. And I think of her singing, and it's like, I guess you're right. That vibration exists eternally. Does it ever go away? I mean, does it gets out by Pluto? Does it eventually just stop being?
According to my father, no.
According to your father, no.
Yeah.
Which father? Father, or your dad, father?
My dad. We used to have talks like this when I was small.
Okay.
Yeah, no. According to him, no.
The vibration continues on some sort of
forever, yeah.
Microbial level, or...
Yeah, he had a different view of reality than I did, but yeah.
Well, you were a little kid.
Well, I was a little kid, but my view of space time is that it's a solid. If you view it as a solid, it's always there.
Okay.
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 If you don't, then you have a tough time grasping the concept.
So you view it as a solid.
Right.
What would be an easy example of that?
Easy example. You're running through water that's turning into ice. Okay.
Okay.
And as you pass through the water, right behind you there is an image of you that is turning into ice at the same time that you're passing into the water and it's turning into ice. So it's all, the time continuum is all solid.
Okay.
So the reality is you get to the point where you stop, and then you realize that you can go back to the ice man and behind you that you created. It still exists. It always will exist. So what you do in space-time, everything matters.
Okay.
Everything matters. I mean, and it's very Catholic in the outlook too, is because God is all-knowing. If God is all-knowing and He knows exactly what you did last Tuesday, okay,
right.
How does He do that?
So you're saying, because everything is a solid, the imprint of time and action and activities is indelibly marked here.
Yeah, it's completely irrelevant because it's always in existence. It always will be in existence. And the only time you have to change that is in the here and now. The only time you have to experience it is in the here and now.
Okay.
So
is there really a such thing as history? Is there really a such thing as future tensing? Or is all you have right now? And the recognition of that, to recognize it as a solid, is actually a comfort.
Yeah.
And to know that every piece of history you've ever learned could be complete bunk.
Well, what you learn is bunk, but the experience and what happened to other people is nonetheless frozen in time and real.
Okay.
So you can visit it. You can thought sequence yourself to it.
Okay.
How is it that you can? I'm going to ask Nancy this next time I see her. But we know how to work things, but we don't necessarily know how and why they work. How is it that you can remote view someplace in the past 20 years ago?
Yes. Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Yeah.
It's a solid.
Okay.
You can go through the solid to see where the solid was and where it is at that date and time, and then you can come back. Time is frozen.
Yeah.
Ergo, frozen, solid.
Amen.
So there you go. That's my story. And
same molecules, just different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by the imho.love show. This one kind of went off without a hitch, and I'm thank you. Struggling through Mercury in retrograde, and I think we had a show come out okay. I'm not the most electronically minded guy. I really could use a roadie just for life.
Hey, in case you want to. These are what my notes look like.
This is. Oh, who's making sense here? This is me making sense. That's funny. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this show's an absolute blessing to us. I hope it is to you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do anything you want with it. It's on BitChute. It's on Podbean. I found another one, StreamYard. I did one of the shows on StreamYard. Wow. So we may hook up with that as well.
Cool.
Kathy, if you're watching, please figure out what to do with StreamYard. Maybe. It was kind of like what's the thing they do? Yelp? What are the meetings? The electronic meetings they have instead of going to work. Zoom.
Yeah.
Like a Zoom.
Zoom meeting.
It's it's another brand of Zoom stuff, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It's the Hyundai of Zoom programs.
Hey, well, I like the Elantra actually.
You can't even get in that.
Oh no. That's
the Elantra?
Yeah,
that's the little one.
Yeah, it is. It surprised the hell out of me. I had to rent a car, and it was like, they give you a Elantra. I was like, how am I ever going to fit
They give
in
you
this?
a coupe? Was it a coupe?
I usually
It was one of them weird 3 doors.
No, I don't know what it was. It was an Elantra, and it was like I had so much room in that car.
Yeah, you had great leg room.
Yeah, and headroom too. So it was like some guy 6'7" could rent that car and still be comfortable.
Nobody could ride with him, but you were all over the interior of that car.
Who wants to ride with a guy who's 6'7"? That's big and smelly.
Dude, you were setting off the seatbelt alarm in the other seat.
Every time you put your head down. Buckle your seatbelt.
Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like it, share it, subscribe it, send it to your friends. If we teach you something, man, send us a comment. Of course, this is going to be on YouTube, and the mothership is imho.love.
Yeah, and get the book. Read the pages. There are good words in here. Like, don't be an idiot. Buy the book.
Yeah, this is you can buy this almost anywhere. I think I've seen this at grocery counters.
Well, I don't shop there.
You got to go to the hippie grocery store.
The Whole Food.
Yeah. This is the Tao Te Ching. It's real beautiful, just daily stuff, man. Daily stuff, and it helps you. It really helps you accept.
You can post
pull a page. Any page.
This is Stephen Mitchell's translation, which I find is the best, and we're going to go with 76. Men are born soft and subtle. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and the stiff will be broken. The soft and the subtle will prevail.
Soft and yielding.
Yeah, it's full of all kinds of
junk. I love
junk.
soft and yielding.
It's full of all kinds of junk like that.
All kinds of junk like that. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's all like that.
Yeah, you're an agent of death.
Yeah.
Was that this agent? No,
a
provocateur.
66. Yeah, an agent provocateur
of death.
Dead.
Well, like I said, folks, do whatever you like with it. You are a purveyor of death. What was the phrase?
Disciple of death.
Disciple of death. That sounds like a motorcycle gang.
For a disciple of death. Death disciples. Go.
Death disciples go. Like a tug of war team or something. Folks, you guys are great, man. Thank you. We do it for you, and it beats paying therapists. I'm Lou Angelwolf. That's Mike Murburg. We'll be back next week on imho.love, in my humble opinion.
And join us as disciples of life.
Disciples of life, of love. It's all about love, baby. It's where it all ends up, man. You got to love something, baby. Something. Thank you so much. Who we got left? Who's up on the screen? Kathy Tampa, John Sylvester. Thank you. You guys are wonderful.